Steve, this motivational map tool, can you tell us what it is?
Okay, so Maslow's hierarchy of needs, Edgar Schein's career anchors, and a thing called Enneagrams, which is a spiritual tool, was the source of these motivational maps. So there's 9 key motivators, and I can go through them very quickly with you. So you basically have 3 relationship motivations, 3 achievement motivations, and 3 growth motivations. Now, the 3 relationship motivations are defender. So some people like security and predictability. They don't like change. They like things as they are. Then you've got friend. That individual would like camaraderie and friendship. They come to work for the community. And then you've got star. A star is someone who likes to peacock and shine, wants to be recognised, famous for being famous, likes to be on stage, that kind of stuff. So they're the 3 relationship ones. Then you get the 3 achievement ones. So you get director. Director's all about power, control and influence. They want to be in charge. Then you have the builder. The builder's all about actually show me the money. Okay, so salespeople, usually builders. It's all about the trappings in life. It's all about the money. And then you have the expert. The expert is all about learning opportunities and demonstrating their expertise. And then you have the 3 growth motivations. So you have the creator. Creator is all about innovation, all about projects, all about the new, all about taking risk. And then you have the spirit. The spirit just wants freedom and autonomy. Doesn't really want to be a part of a team, just wants to do their own thing. And then you have the searcher. Searcher's all about doing things of value, having a purpose, a cause. So they're the 9 motivations, and we have them all in varying degrees. And what the tool does is it examines those, it cross-examines those, so we rank our motivations so we can work out what's most important, what's least important, so we can focus and get the best out of our main drivers.
I see. And how does motivation mapping work? Like, what do people just fill out an assessment and they get the results? They can read it themselves. They can interpret it themselves.
Yeah, well, they could do, but it wouldn't be very wise. So the idea is you take the test, which takes between 15 and 20 minutes. It's a multiple choice. You challenge each motivation against each other and answer, and you get a score, and then you score how motivated you are against your rankings. So then it produces a report that comes to a practitioner. A practitioner has the knowledge to interpret it and understand it and help the person walk through it. So the practitioner will get that, and then it's best if the practitioner meets with the person who's filled the map out and talks them through what it all means, whether they've got any internal clashes. So even though we've got these 9 motivations, some of them can create problems for ourselves. So you could have a person who has spirit as their number 1 profile, driver, freedom, but number 2 is all about control. So they have a bit of a battle in their head. I want freedom, but I want control. I want freedom. So you have some internal stuff to deal with sometimes. And if you're a leader, particularly if you have that profile, the impact on your business or your staff is huge, because they don't know whether you're a control freak or just want freedom. And it can be the same thing dealt with different days, different ways. So the internal stuff. And then when you get teams together, of course, you can have that clash again with the team members. Somebody wants freedom, somebody wants control, somebody wants to be your friend, somebody doesn't want friends.
I see. So motivational maps is not just for an individual to see what motivates them and for the boss to see what motivates the employee, but is it also for teams?
Ever so important for teams, for building the right teams and making you get the right blend of motivations. Because even in teams you have conflicts. You have the creator who wants to break the bank and take all the risks, and you have the defender that doesn't want to take any risk at all, and they're talking about growing the company. They're at loggerheads with each other. So they have to have a common understanding. Yes, you need each other because you'll save the business and you'll bust the business. So between you should come up with a sensible solution. So it creates understanding where there's conflict.
Do you have experience, or have you had a team like this?
Yeah, I see it all the time. Yeah, when you go into teams, you'll see why people don't get on, or they've actually worked out their differences sometimes. And if you're putting a team together, you want a nice blend of these motivations as well. So, and it tells a team where they're lacking. So, quite often in the UK, star is very low, which is all about recognition, shouting about yourself. So they could be doing fantastic work, but they never shout about it. And if you're an individual and your star is low, the same thing. You don't shout about it, then someone gets promoted who shouts about themselves and you get really angry. Okay, so it's looking at your lowest as well and going, well, as a team we're low on star, what are we going to do to shout about what we do? Let's go in for some awards. Dave as an individual, let me start to shout about what I do so I can get promoted. So sometimes your lowest is as important as your highest because you're not doing it, it's not on your radar, and as a consequence, it's not important. So if you imagine you had builder as your lowest, as a business, you're not focused on the money, on the commercials. Okay, so we're doing, and maybe you had searcher high. Now we do lots of stuff, we're giving away lots of stuff, we're being nice to loads of people, but we've got no money in the bank.
Yeah, that's also a problem.
Okay, and that does
Sure.
happen with businesses.
Yeah.
Okay, so you need to have that commercialization. Don't ignore the lowest either, because you're not focused on money, you're not making money, and now you've got problems.
What happens in a situation when you have, let's say, the lowest motivator and it's not satisfied? Is that also?
Yeah, that's the problem.
Important?
Yeah, well, if you have builder, let's say someone had builder, that's not money, but you got no money, and you'll say your lowest. Basically, you're going to struggle to feed yourself. Because actually, I don't do this for money. I do it to help everybody else. And it's like when a plane goes down, you put the oxygen mask on yourself first, look after yourself, then you look after everybody else. When you don't do that, you're working without the oxygen mask, helping everybody else, but killing yourself in the same process.
Yeah, I see your point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So understanding these drivers and the impact on you as a person and how they help you and hold you back is really important, but it's exactly the same for teams and for businesses as well.
Yeah, because you mentioned organizations,
there's
the mission and the vision.
yeah.
So is that useful for
Absolutely.
organizations as
It's
well?
absolutely important for the organisation as well to make sure they've got the right motivations on board to drive the organisation in the direction it needs to go.
And that can all be mapped.
That will all be mapped. Yeah.
Motivational maps.
Yeah.
If somebody reads the first book,
Coaching. Yeah.
the mapping motivation.
Mapping motivation.
Yeah, mapping motivation, and understands what the motivators are.
Yeah.
Can they trick?
Oh yeah, you
assessment?
can cheat the. Of course, you're going to cheat the assessment, but we can pick it up.
You can.
Okay, yeah, it's easy to pick up because there are telltale signs. I'll give you an example. I went into a company. They had 3 manufacturing shifts, and they had one team leader where all the staff they're loyal staff, but they were leaving. So we knew we had a problem. And they wanted me to come in and work with this one person. I said, well, I can't just pick on them. So why don't we profile the team and see what's going on? And then I can go and work with each team member and I can probably sort out what this issue is without actually pointing the finger. So we looked at the motivational map of this individual, and she had searcher high, which is adding value, and director low, lowest. And she had 40 out of 40 for searcher.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
So when you've got a score like that, you have to question it. So that's what I did. I questioned it. I said, right, I'm going to walk around and I'm going to ask people whether you actually really care and deliver value. So I did, and I came back and I asked around. I said, look, this is not, you falsified this, and your director's low. And usually what happens is the one that's lowest is the one they're trying to hide, and that's usually the highest. So she was a control freak, and it wasn't her fault. What she was done, she was put in a position of management or leadership of a shift, and she didn't know how to do it, so she resorted to this command and control type leadership where you should boss people and scare people. So we didn't get rid of her. We said, right, you're obviously not comfortable, you haven't been given the skill sets, why don't you step away from that, let someone else manage it who's more suited, and we'll get you back into what you like doing. So but she cheated and she said, yeah, I did cheat it when I challenged her.
So you can pick it up very
So
easily.
you can pick it up. Yeah, you can't, and it's no point falsifying it because it's not going to serve you or the company in any form. But you can pick it up if they do.
Okay, great. What I would be also really interested in that we are building up a team of motivational practitioners in Hungary, and what would you recommend or what would you suggest us to do? Is there any direction you would like us to go? Or
Well, it's not for me to tell you the direction, obviously, but what I would say to you is that you can spend an awful lot. I've trained a lot of coaches, and a lot of coaches don't do anything with it. They like the training, but they never use it. So I would be picking people, I'd be pre-qualifying people who have a good network, also maybe good connections into business or already doing some great stuff. I'd be picking those, and I'd then be looking at people within businesses. So I tend to focus more now on the HR professional team leaders within business, because they have all the clients already, their staff.
yeah,
And they want to run these programs. So you can have in-house practitioners that do do the work and they buy the maps from you.
Okay.
And then you can support them from an expertise point of view with touch points, or come in and do some of the stuff maybe they don't want to do.
At the end of this short
Yeah.
getting to know you
Yeah.
little session, I would like to say a little bit about our team
Yeah,
in Hungary.
brilliant. I'd love to hear about that.
Motivational Maps Hungary is a team. We started as 3 people. And we are building our team. There is 7 members now, 7 licensed practitioners, and we come from very different areas. We have mentors, consultants, coaches, trainers.
Yeah.
So we are really try to make it very versatile.
Yeah.
And what we would also like to say that we really welcome anybody who is interested in motivation and engagement to join our team, and we would be very happy to speak to anybody about this. Let it be an HR professional, let it be a consultant or a leader of a company.
Yeah.
So last but not least, I would like to ask you if there is any message you would like to say to our team
Well, I think
and
it's,
encourage us. And
well, I think you're the flag bearers, obviously. So it's always difficult when you're at the front of the ship, at the bow of the ship, making things happen. So, but you know, the good thing is you're at the head of the game, aren't you? So you've got the position. So that's good. And I think, you know, it will grow rapidly. I've seen what happened in the UK. It will suddenly go mental, and it will be great for you guys. And they're fantastic tools for coaches, trainers, consultants, because it's another tool you can take in, and it's so different that people have never seen it. So it gives you a good reason to talk to clients that you haven't worked with, as well as new clients. And because it's different and because it's dynamic, you can go in time and time again. So if you're a coach looking at this, or a consultant looking at this tool, you can go in and do it loads of times, because motivation changes all the time. You can't do that with DISC or anything else because it doesn't change.
Yeah.
So you've got lots of opportunities to go back in. It's dynamic. You can measure it, which you can't do with other things, and you can improve it, which you can't do with other tools. So it's got a load of opportunities to really go in and make a difference with a client, and you change people's lives doing this stuff. Seriously, even if you're a coach, you can get people, they'll ring you up and say, I've changed my job, I've done this, I've done that, or it's reinvented myself because of it.
I see. Well, thank you so much for this encouraging, these encouraging words.
That's
Thank
exciting
you so much.
time for you. I think it's great.
Yeah, and so the book launch is going to be on the 29th of November in London, and one of our team members is probably going to go to represent the team. So we are very much looking forward to that. And so young leaders, not leaders, anybody in Hungary, if you want to be mapped, do contact us via Motivational Maps Hungary, www.motivationalmaps.hu.